My name is Mark Stratton and I'm with Stewart-Amos Sweeper Company. Today I'd like to talk about the gutter broom maintenance, adjustments, and operation. And to start with, there is a few things on these gutter brooms that everything moves on these gutter brooms, so there are grease points on it, but there are other places where do not require greasing. The grease points are on this vertical pin here where it pivots in and out. There's another one in here where it moves up and down, and another one that moves up and down here. The cylinders do not need greasing, even though they have a hole for a greaser. They do not rotate, and that is for a different application. The adjustments that we make to a gutter broom when we are building the machine is the plate here has a forward angle down on the front end, about 3 to 5 degrees. That is adjusted here. That should not require readjusting in the field unless you have to take it apart and reset everything. That would be adjusted at the factory. And if you do reset it, make sure you tighten the lock nuts up. The gutter broom side to side tilt is done by this actuator, and that is controlled from the cab. And customers will, for deep gutters or shallow gutters, they will adjust it according to whatever they need for that street that they're working on. This spring assists in pulling the gutter broom out. This is a free floating gutter broom, so it's not forced out hydraulically or pulled in hydraulically. It free floats. When it lifts, it just automatically goes in at the same time. This arrangement here is your down pressure control. To increase the down pressure, you would lengthen this turnbuckle out. To decrease, you would draw it in. If you are drawn in like it is now and you still have too much down pressure, what you would do is you would take this D-link out and put the turnbuckle directly onto that bell crank. That will loosen up or relieve some of the down pressure on the gutter broom, and then you would reset your turnbuckle to whatever you need. The spray bar here, the angle of the spray coming should be at the point of contact of the bristles with the pavement, and not ahead of it or behind it. The dust is being created right at the bristle tips. That's where you want to get the moisture to settle the dust up. One of the biggest maintenance issues that we have with gutter brooms are the motors. The hydraulic motors start leaking, and usually, not always, but usually the cause of that is material getting wrapped into the gutter broom shaft, the motor shaft, and that gets so tight in there that it eats the seals, wears the seals of the motor out, and it'll start leaking oil out across the plate. There are shaft guards in there that help considerably, but if you see any kind of buildup in there, dig it out every day, and your motors will last a lot longer. The gutter broom length of the bristles, the wire on the gutter broom, you can take these down depending on how deep your gutters are, but on fairly flat you can take these down to about 3 inches of wire left. If you've got a deep gutter, you may have to change them a little more often. There's no exact number of hours that you have to change them. It all depends on your road surfaces, depends on the material that you're sweeping, and it depends on how fast you're traveling. Another maintenance issue that we have with these sweepers is people try to get the sweeping path as wide as possible, and there is a point where the sweeping path is too wide and the machine will trail dirt behind it and that is controlled by this bolt right here. You tighten the bolt up to pull your gutter brooms, the maximum length of your gutter broom in, or you can loosen it up to have your gutter broom come out farther. Now, the ideal pattern is to have a 3-inch, minimum of 3-inch overlap with your main broom. And your gutter broom pattern should be on the right hand side of the machine, should be from 10 to 3 o'clock half moon pattern, and on the other side, on the left hand side, it should be a 2 to 9 o'clock pattern. And there's a picture in all the manuals showing this pattern and the overlap. A characteristic of all broom sweepers, no matter who the manufacturer is, they will trail on the inside of a curve, because the main broom is behind the rear wheels and the gutter brooms are in front. A cantilever effect around the rear axle will cause a gutter broom between the gutter broom and the main broom to trail. On the outside of the curve, it just adds to the overlap of the broom, the two brooms.